right, we ready?
Mhm.
Okay,
Ready.
so assuming there is, and there are people out there.
Oh, wait, hang on. The YouTube piece is loading. I think it takes just a couple
Okay,
seconds to load. Sorry about that.
Hello.
Now we're set.
Mhm.
okay. All right, so welcome everyone to the Village of Mamaroneck Board of Architectural Review. We do have the full board here. I guess I'll ask you all to introduce yourselves to everyone. Just, I don't know, random order.
I'm
Yvonne
Cindy
Levin?
Lee. Oops, sorry.
Sorry.
Diego,
Cindy Lee.
Yvonne Levin,
Athena Makish.
oh, Andrew, can't hear you.
Oh, his mute.
Andrew Wolowitz.
Okay, and I'm Bill Binzer. I'm the chair. And we'll go, as we go through the applications here, we welcome and any comments, questions, or input from any concerned parties. I'll try to remember to ask for any comments. If I should forget though, please don't hesitate to make yourself known by raising your hand. And I guess who's emceeing it? Is it you, Amber, or Will?
Yes, I've got the,
Okay, so Amber will let you in then. And let's see. Okay. Okay, with that, let's get started then. The first item on the agenda would be the approval of the minutes from the November 19th meeting. I assume that all the board members have had an opportunity to review that. Does anyone have any comments on those minutes?
No,
No,
All right. There being no comments, could I have a motion to,
I motion to approve.
okay, second?
I second.
Okay, any opposed?
no,
Okay, then the minutes are approved. And we can move on to the agenda. So starting with old business from the previous meeting, 360 Mount Pleasant Avenue, Sound Shore Distillery. Are you here?
I'm here.
Okay, hello.
Hello, I'm here. Nick Contrada with Sign Design.
Hi, Nick.
How are you?
Nice to see you again. And yeah, you want to share your materials?
I thought you guys all had this. It's the same from last time.
Right, but there might be other people, who, you know.
I'm kind of technically slow. How can I share them with you?
Well, I'm sorry, are you asking how?
Yeah,
If you have them on your screen, there should be a green button down in the bottom center that says share screen.
okay. All right, I pressed that. Okay, that's not gonna work. All right, I'm having a little difficulty here.
Okay.
I don't know how to get back to where I was.
All right, I don't know where you are, but can we share for him possibly? Can you do that, Amber, maybe? Or do you want-
To share my screen?
Yeah, to share, he can't, he doesn't know how to
Okay.
share his documents. I guess before you had an architect or designer or something with you, I guess he couldn't make it tonight.
Yeah, Cherry. Nothing has changed since the last meeting. The only problem we had was a technicality on the signage that was portrayed for the
Yeah,
permit.
but we
was
didn't vote on it. And we
missing
have. Okay, there's somebody named Carla Miata in the panelists who says she could help. I don't know what that means.
And which documents are you, because I can pull up my screen, what are you looking? To
I guess the first sheet of the permit application showing the layout of the awnings, the blade sign, and the
It's loading.
Let's try to do this without someone else who's not part of the project sharing.
Right. Carla Miata is apparently the owner.
Oh, she's the owner.
Okay, Nick, there's
Okay.
somebody named Carla Miata who says she's the owner who is able to share this material.
hello.
Nick,
Appreciate that if you could.
okay, I guess you have to let her in then, Amber.
Yes.
I apologize for the difficulty. I thought this was already in.
No, as we said last time, we have to have a meeting on it, let other people see it, and make any, if they have
Carla's
comments. and then
name
vote
does-
on it.
Actually appear on the attendees list. Carla, are you on someone else's?
The Terry Martin says he's on here too.
Terry.
Hi, this is Terry Martin. Can you all hear me?
Yes,
Yes.
Hi,
Yes,
thanks. Great to see you all. I can share my screen. Let me just,
Share this.
let's see here.
That makes me
Sorry
happy.
about that.
Where, I'm sorry, Bill, you were saying where on the typical Zoom, I have it usually down.
down at the bottom in the center, it's green.
Email?
Oh, got it. I see it now. Okay. So I believe this is, Amber, is this,
You're sharing.
Amber, does this look familiar?
It does,
So
yes.
the last document I most recently pulled up just a moment ago has the detail of the sign, but I'm not sure what you see. That second page is actually the page that comes up.
Yeah, okay. Well, this is good.
Great.
I mean, so this is what we need to see. And there were some questions last time that you were going to address, like such as what color things are and all.
Yeah, so all of this is blue, the awnings, the sign, the
Letter white.
the letters are white.
The logo,
The logo, I think that's a blue as well, like the same dark blue.
you think, okay?
It is.
Well, that was a question because last time it had been black and the awnings had been blue. And I think we also discussed what shade of blue. I guess it's a dark navy blue. I think
Yeah, it's a
that's the one, yeah. I'm thinking of a different project, sorry. Okay.
I believe
All
this
right.
is the image from last time, guys.
Okay, well, can you just do a quick walk through it in case there's other people watching that would like to see it?
You got it. So this is the front facade. Guess this is more of a close-up of the
Elevate.
awning.
And a cross section, surrounding photos. Is the detail of the blade sign, which was altered to meet the specifications.
Yep.
mhm.
I think
And this is
operational
logo.
site, correct?
I'm sorry?
Wasn't the alteration the height of it?
Well, before the very first time they were here, it was more than 18 inches from the wall.
Right, right. Now
Oh, I
it's
see.
circle with
Okay.
about 2 inches on base. And then this is the logo.
Okay, now if you, could you go back up to the elevation just for a second?
This the elevation?
Yeah, and I believe you show there that the sign is 10 feet above the sidewalk and the awning 9.
Yes,
Just pointing that out for the record there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, and like you said, we've seen it all before. And just to be clear, the logo, the sign, and the awnings will all be the same color, dark navy blue, correct?
that's correct.
All right. Do any of the other board members have any questions or comments?
I just wanted to see the blade sign again, please.
Got it.
Yeah, okay. How, I'm trying to see, oh yeah, close up would be great. Oh, okay. I was seeing some, you know what? The numbers looked like it was part of the logo,
Their
the
dimensions.
dimensions, yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's why I called for, no, that's, that looks
Yeah,
good.
and
Okay.
this is Vinny Miata. I apologize for the screaming baby. My wife's bathing a toddler in the background. I didn't. I'm one of the owners, and this sign was important for us because we're on Stanley, and really all the traffic is on Mount Pleasant Avenue.
Yeah,
And like
Right.
we had discussed, we had changed the dimensions because it was sticking out too much for you. So.
yeah,
Yeah, and just
No, it
just to
looks
recap,
good.
there had been earlier that the objections we had the first time around is this was too big of a sign. There was too much graphics. There had also been a large
Mhm.
graphic on the garage door, and some things like that. So it's been cleaned up a bit. Okay. So anyway, continuing on, do any other comments? We've all seen it, of course, but any other comments or questions from the board members?
No, like we said last time, it looks much more cleaned up, very pretty. I hope the greenery will make it onto the project once it's ready. And I do hope that the logo sign is truly the same blue, because it doesn't look like the same blue here.
Yep.
Just,
Yeah, well, we can stipulate that.
okay.
We'll stipulate that everything has to be the same blue.
Mhm.
I can
Yeah.
specify drawing also if you wish.
I had a note from last meeting or the previous, I think this is the third meeting, that the color was Pantone matching system 276. Is that correct?
See if
Yep,
it's,
right
Yeah, there
there.
it is.
Yes,
Oh,
PM
yeah.
76.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. Yes, okay. Yeah, okay.
Okay, good.
I'll just make a note on the final sheet 5, to have that PMC number on there also.
Oh, okay, great.
Okay, very good. All right.
you.
Are there any people in the other participants or people here that would like to ask questions or comment? Amber?
I don't see anyone with a raised hand.
All right. All right, then I guess we can proceed. There being no comments from the audience or from the board, does someone want to make a motion to vote on it?
I make a motion.
And I'll second.
Okay, any opposed? Okay, you're good to go.
Thank you, everybody.
thank you, everyone.
Much.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Have a nice evening.
Okay,
You too.
okay, so let us then move along to the new business. The first item on the agenda being 1035 9 Acres Lane.
Hi, good. Hello?
Hello?
Hello, good evening. Everyone can hear me?
Yes?
Yes.
Now let me see if I could share the screen here. Hold on.
Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Hello.
So we are approaching the board today, or can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yes.
For building a swimming pool at 1035 9 Acres Lane. It's an 18 by 32 simple swimming pool in the backyard. No other landscaping, just simply the swimming pool. This here is the
Your screen is blank white, at least as I see it right now.
Yeah. We cannot see anything right now.
Ah, now we see swimming pools.
okay, there we go.
Yes.
So this is the layout of the swimming pool here, structural design. I don't know how detailed, this is my first board meeting, so not sure how detailed do you need to go into the structure of the pool?
We are going to be more concerned with, how it appears and, how it may or may not impact neighbors and what the neighbors will see and that sort of thing.
So if you can still see the screen, I think there were pictures that were submitted.
Mhm.
These are all the documents for the application. If I can just scroll through here for a second, get to the pictures.
Can you just stop at the plan view? So just everyone can locate it on the plot?
Okay, yeah.
Right, I think
Why don't you zoom in on that for a start?
Mm-hmm.
And then we can look for the photos after. Can you zoom in a bit?
I'm getting the wheel of death over here. Here we
Okay.
go.
There we go.
Pinwheel, okay, there you go.
It's in the rear yard here, house,
Mm-hmm.
driveway. So it's the pool's in the backyard.
Okay. Yeah, I had a few questions on that site plan, so as long as we're on it, maybe I'll just go ahead and ask it. This shows no additional new paving, as I understand it, other than some paving that it's like to come later, right?
If you're referring to any additional landscaping, no, there's no additional landscaping other than putting the pool in.
No, I meant paving in particular. To the left of the pool, there's some paving that's labeled, it's not part of this.
So
It says future patio.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we sized the water management system, I'm not sure what it's called, to allow us or some future homeowner to build a patio of the size specified, but we don't plan on having any patio. We just want grass around the pool.
Okay, so that is not part of the approval now, or is it?
I mean, we'd like it to be part of the approval. Do we have to have it in?
No, I guess not. I guess that's okay. But continuing with my questions, there's also shows some, what looks to be like paving to the right of the house. What's all that?
My understanding is that's temporary to allow the people constructing the pool to come in and out. We don't plan on having anything but grass on the whole side of the yard once the project is done.
That's the construction entrance. So we're going to put a temporary road in there in order to get, the equipment back there to build the pool. But then that will be removed and grass will be replaced.
Okay. And then third question I had is, to the left of the pool, there's something that says accessory structure.
Mhm.
So believe that's the drains necessary for the Coltech drains that have to go in for the drainage. That's
What is your all's relationship to this house, by the way?
I'm the homeowner.
You're the homeowner
And I represent the pool builder.
and you're the pool builder. I'm just wondering, because I noticed you keep answering the questions. I believe this and I believe that, but not firsthand knowledge. So the accessory structure, are we not sure what that is?
We're 100% sure that's the device that's going to be installed in order to capture runoff water.
I'm sorry, you're a little garbled there.
All right, that's what's going to be installed under the grass in order to offset the non-perviousness of the pool.
Ah, yeah. Uh-huh.
Okay.
We thought it was something above ground.
No,
Right? Yeah, accessory
Um,
structure. Yeah, okay. It's underground.
Okay. So that's the Coltech and it's below ground and it has nothing above ground.
Yep.
Okay. And then the last question I have doesn't really show on here, but on a number of the pictures, it kept mentioning that the Nautilus was to the right. What's the Nautilus?
Nautilus is the street behind us, so our backyard,
Ah,
where you see that line of trees, behind that is two Nautilus houses.
I see. So that's Nautilus Street. I see. Okay.
Now, one question concerning setback. What is the rear setback?
I believe it's um, it's about 10 to 12 feet.
And in this area, is that what is required, or
Yes, I think we're
it goes beyond
I think we're required to be 6 feet from the rear.
6 feet from the rear?
Yep.
I
Okay,
think
well,
6 from the rear and 15, if I remember correctly, from the side.
From the side, it's I think our R20 is zoned for 20. That's why we have the pool. I would have loved for it to be 15, but I was told it has to be 20.
And what are the pool dimensions? I'm not sure which numbers I'm looking at.
It's 18 feet by 32 feet.
okay.
So I'm fine with this one piece of feedback. Not more so with just a pool owner's hat on. I would suggest you build the patio. I think the grass looks really pretty, but functionally it gets a little muddy, and it's a little harder to maintain with the pool, but obviously completely up to you on that point. Just my 2 cents as someone who's gone through this process.
I appreciate it. I'm guessing that
Yeah,
we'll learn through error because I'm obsessed with grass. So we might just try it at least.
It's beautiful. It's just, it's hard to maintain and it gets a little mucky.
Thank you.
again, going back to the setbacks, also because I'm familiar with pool construction. I'm just curious about the rear setback, because for R20, when you look at, unless I'm reading this wrong and somebody, can clarify it, I appreciate it, okay? Because when you read the code, it says the rear should be 30 feet. So,
Yvonne?
yes,
It's an accessory structure. The rear setback is different. The 30 feet is for the main house. But
uh-huh.
because the pool is totally separate and not connected to the house with a deck or anything, it's considered
Okay.
an accessory.
Okay, great. Thank you.
thanks, Barbara. Okay, did you want to, are there any more questions on the plan or do you want to see the pictures?
Go to pictures.
Let's see the pictures.
There we go.
There you go.
Brock, you could probably explain better, but this is along the side of the garage, going back to the
Yeah,
backyard.
this is if you're facing the house from our street, from 9 acres, this is the right yard, the right side of the house.
And this is where the temporary road will be.
So that's gonna be a tight spot. They have to bring a pretty, a big truck back there to pull the dirt out. So a lot of that landscaping on the right in order to clear your house on the left is gonna be tight unless they're doing it small trucks. I defer to the pool company, but that's gonna be a tight squeeze, I think.
I'm not sure what equipment's gonna be taken back there, but I'm assuming it would be small enough to fit and not destroy the trees. Or the house, of course.
Yeah, I think the trees are on the neighboring property anyway, aren't they?
The trees you see in this picture are on our property.
Oh, they are, okay.
Well, this is kind of sideways, but this is the front of the house.
That's the same yard, the same side yard. That's just the backyard. If you walked in on that side and looked to the left, that's what it looks like. This is the view from the other side of the backyard. It's sideways, but if you turn your head to the left, Nautilus, and straight ahead of you is 1025.
We received a comment from someone who seems to be a neighbor saying that there are some holes in the hedge. And as we are in the garden a lot, we would like to ask a full screening fence to ensure both modesty and privacy. The current state and health of the hedge does not allow that.
Just so you know that when the person who's writing the comment, at some point, the chair is going to ask if there's anyone from the public that wishes to speak, and you'll be able to speak for yourself.
Okay.
I don't know if there's particular pictures that you're looking for.
I'm still a little confused about those trees. The site plan doesn't show any trees, and it only shows a relatively small distance between the house and the property line.
Go back to that picture.
Yeah, all the trees.
It's 15 feet from the house, 15 feet 4 inches from the house to the property line.
That's the space that you see in this picture now.
Yeah, that looks like that doesn't get you to the trunks of those trees.
I mean,
All right, well, you're obviously not going to be able to damage the neighbor's trees if that's what they are. Just
Back to the plan.
while we're on the pictures, since we know that somebody has a question about the hedges, why don't we go to the pictures and just hold there for a second and let me. I mean, we don't have any more questions. Do we have any questions does the board have any questions on anything at this point?
No.
Okay, so let's stay with the pictures for a moment. And
Is there any way they can be rotated?
I tried doing it before, but
there you go.
there we go.
Okay.
Much
Yeah.
All right.
better.
Now, I understand that there is someone from, at least one person from the audience who has a question. So can we hear from that person?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, I'm the neighbor from 1025, and I have no particular remarks on the project per se. The hedge, if you looked at it more perpendicularly, what you would see is that there are holes in the hedge, and the trees are.
Excuse me, Arnaud, would you be the house to the right as you?
Yes, correct.
Okay.
That is correct. Yeah, absolutely.
I think there probably is a picture that
Yes.
shows that hedge view. Is it possible you could bring that one up? There?
That one, no?
It's not this picture.
Yeah, probably that one, I guess. Oh, this one.
That's it. Is that it?
Yeah, I
Is
think
that
this
the one?
is a good representation.
Trying to center it, hold on. Here?
Uh-huh.
No.
That's the back.
The one that had the
It has
goal.
the, it has the lacrosse goal in it.
The lacrosse goal, exactly. Yeah, this one.
That one. Mm-hmm.
There you go. So there are holes in the, like structural holes in the hedge. It's not like a, step and repeat line of trees, and the trees are not in a superb shape. So what we would like to ask if the possibility of having a full screening fence so that we keep our privacy. We like to be in the garden a lot, and yeah, and I think there is a fence on the other side of the garden separating the next neighbor and his pool from this garden. So could we look at something like that?
Yeah, solid fence. Yeah, that's fine.
I'm sorry, Barak, it's hard to hear you again.
Sorry, I'm saying we're fine putting a solid non-see-through fence. I don't know the right terminology for that, but there's a similar fence on the other side is what he's saying, between our house and I don't know if it's 1045, or I'm not sure what the number is, but the house to the left of us has a pool and they have a solid fence. I think Arnaud is asking for a similar type fence.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, well, that would be great if you can accommodate him with that then. So
thank you so much. Appreciate it.
So we can stipulate then that there'll be a solid fence separating you from 1025.
How about the rest of the fences? What are they?
Yeah, can we
Specifically,
just,
the one, yeah, all the sites and how they separate.
Why don't we go
from
back to the site plan maybe?
Yeah,
yeah, so, because I think I want to hear a little more about that, like why it's this property's owner's responsibility to provide that privacy to someone else.
I don't know that it is so much. It's a nice neighborly thing to do.
Right, but we're forcing it to be into a commitment to the project.
Yeah,
So that's why I'm a little concerned.
well, he offered.
Okay, well, that's fine, but I'm not sure that we should commit it into the.
Well, I would say that it is reasonable that it, a reasonable accommodation of neighbors. I mean, that's kind of what we're about, really. But anyway, let's talk about what the other fences are as well.
mhm.
Yeah, so looking at this screen, on the left, there is the property to the left of us on this has a pool, and they have, a rather tall, I don't know if it's 6 feet or what, solid fence that's non-see-through. I don't know the material, I guess it's PVC. Then our backyard borders 2 neighbors. So with one of them, we have a wrought iron fence. With the other one, there's nothing there at the moment. And then between us and the neighbor at 1025, there's no fence at the moment.
So you will have to provide one, right?
Yes, we're gonna
Because
have- the site plan includes all the
new
lines
fence,
where the fence will be. So we're gonna have
okay,
around the entire backyard, and small portions of the side yard.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
Sorry,
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, I'm listening, yeah.
Okay, there's a fence obviously required. I'm having, so the outline of the fence is here on the right edge, kind of goes down to like the center of the garage, yes?
Correct.
And that fence, you have not determined what material it is to be yet, and are offering that it'll be a solid material similar to the other side. Is that correct?
I'm hoping that it'll be non-see-through. I'm not saying
Okay.
the exact same material,
Okay.
but we're happy to accommodate our neighbor with a fence that's not see-through.
Okay, well, I guess what I'm asking is that the back fence, it appears that you have determined that to be a wrought iron fence. Yes,
That's what we have
Right.
half of it at the moment. We're probably just,
okay. The right fence, you have not yet determined what it would be, but are willing to accommodate your neighbor. Yes?
yes,
And the left fence?
the left fence. I guess I have a question, like there is a fence there. Do we need to put a second fence there?
Oh, I didn't know there was a fence. There's something there that looks like a fence line. The line,
Yeah, so the next door neighbor has a pool and there's a fence that goes all the way from the top corner, all the way down to the area that we signified that the fence would end.
and then it cuts over to your house.
Well, we would just add a little gate there for our house.
uh-huh. Yeah. And then there will be also a gate on the right where you have that temporary driveway, right? Right?
Yes.
Correct? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, I guess I don't know the answer to your question. I mean, you're obviously required by code to have a fence around the pool.
Yep.
If your neighbors have a fence, can you use that, or do you need to have your own fence? I mean, I guess they could at some point tear down their fence and you'd have to build a fence. But I don't know what the requirement is there. I would have to, defer to the building department. I honestly don't know.
Mhm, mhm.
I mean, we're fine either way. If we have to build a second fence on top.
Yeah, I think that'll be up to the building department. I just don't know the answer if you have to build a fence on your property, or if there's a fence already there, if you can just close it off to there and then not have to build a fence unless they tear theirs down. I just don't know.
Okay.
Do you have like an automatic cover also, or
Um,
not?
We're going to have an automatic cover on the pool.
Oh, okay.
Can I ask a question about the fence on the right, between the neighbor who's in the conversation, if they're still there, which is, earlier I understood that the shrubs and trees were on your side of the property, but it looked like it was really like right on the property line, that stuff. Because there was a question about which side, but now there's a fence going right down the property line. So does that mean that trees or shrubs would have to come down to put the fence right on the property line?
I mean, I don't know the answer to that.
Neither
Okay.
do I. I know, yeah, the trees, some of the trees are, I think, on the property line. Some of the trees are on Barrack's property. That's pretty much all I know. And they're very different trees. So some are shrubs, some are like young trees, some are older trees. So I'm not too sure how to answer that
Okay.
question.
All right.
Yeah, it kind of looked from the picture like the trees are back a little on the right, more to the right than
Yeah.
possibly at least. But the fence obviously will have to be inside of the trees. All right. Got a little confusing there. All right, any other questions or comments from the board members?
No, I see that it says that they have to build a separate fence, but it's in the chat.
Oh, somebody in the chat said that?
Kimberly Martelli. I have no idea who that is.
She's an architect.
Yeah,
An architect,
Yeah.
okay. Well, thank you for pointing that out. So that could be your answer then. Barak is an architect who's in the board for another project is saying that the code is that you have to build your own fence.
Mm.
You know, you can check that out, but that's,
Right. It's really a building department thing.
it's a building department thing, but that's,
Mhm.
somebody's offering that advice for what it's worth. for.
Mhm. Mhm.
Excuse me, Chair. This is Assistant Building Inspector Dennis Drogan.
hi.
Yes, how are you? Hope everyone is well. So the fence is necessary, and it would encompass one side of the house, not more than that. And we'll handle that separately as the fencing permit to close out the swimming pool.
Okay, very good. Thank you so much, Dennis.
Yeah.
Okay, Brock, there you go.
Thank you.
All right. Are there any other questions from the board?
No.
Okay, are there any other questions from the audience participants?
There don't appear to be any other speakers.
Okay. Then I guess, can we have a motion to vote on it?
I make a motion.
I second.
Is there anyone opposed? Okay. It is, you have approval then, and you'll just have to work out then the fence issues with the building department and your neighbor then, Barak. And
Good luck.
We will.
Maria.
Very much.
Okay,
Yeah, good luck.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so next is 22 Lake Road. Oh, I'm sorry, that's the wrong one. It's 1342 Birch Hill Lane, I'm sorry. No, that was, yeah, 1342 Birch Hill Lane. I'm sorry, my notes are mixed up.
Hi, good evening. This is Kim Martelli on behalf of the homeowners, Elizabeth and Regan Kelly for 1342 Birch Hill Lane. The applicants are proposing a screened-in porch at the rear of their home. I'll share with you photos just to start. So 1342 Birch Hill Lane, it's a one-story ranch, just raised about a half story off their front yard. This is a photo of the front of their residence, a beautifully kept, beautifully landscaped property. And just for reference, we have the photos to the left and to the right and across the street. So that's 1342 right there. And then we just give some reference photos around. And just for the board's reference, I'll just give you a little preview of the rest of their house. See if I can see them well. Make sure you're seeing that. Yep. So this is their beautiful backyard. It's incredibly landscaped. Liz and Regan do a great job maintaining it. That's a great view. And that gives you a perfect shot as to where they want to put this addition. These two far right windows are where the addition will be. It's going to be a 100 square foot screened in porch off of their master bedroom. I'll give you a little view of the site plan for reference. Zoom in on that. So this is sheet SP1 in your set. And at the back corner, This is that screened-in porch. It's about 7.5 feet deep by 13.2 feet wide. The screened-in porch has access from the master bedroom, no access into the backyard. You could just get out to it and then go back into the master bedroom itself. And just bringing up the sheet SA1, which has the floor plans and the design elevations for the screened-in porch. I'll show them both at once. On the bottom right is just the plan as it is attached to the master bedroom. There's one window that will face it from the master and one door that will replace one of the windows out to that screened-in porch. And you're looking at a design of the back of it. Again, it's narrow, it's 3 bays of screens. There's a decorative guard on the bottom of it with a continuous rail. 4 posts across the back. It has a gable roof on it. And there'll be some dimensional lattice work underneath it. The screens will be mesh and the post construction will be wrapped in PVC, AZEK. And all of the trim work, the fascia, the frieze, base and caps to the columns, as well as the fascia of the decking will all be AZEK PVC materials. And then the floor itself, although not visible very much, is going to be in keeping with the terrace style. It'll be stoner tile. And this is elevated just under 30 inches above the ground. There's a teeny bit of siding on the top of it. It'll match the existing vinyl white siding. As I said, PVC wrapped posts, mesh screens. The roofing is close to a weathered wood blend, asphalt roof shingle that'll continue on the addition. And the door, although not visible coming from the house, will be a Therma-Tru smooth star white French grill door. The window will be an Anderson 200. The lattice will be a Trex lattice work. As I said, it's dimensional, it's orthogonal, not the diagonal grids, but the vertical and horizontal grids. And then you can't see it inside the porch. The facade will be treated with beadboard siding. And then here's a little blow up of that side elevation, just giving a little bit of charm and character to these base rails with a cross brace.
Okay.
So the roof is a gable, or it's not a
gable?
It's
Yeah,
a gable.
normally, if we could, we would have done a hip roof back, but the roof is so shallow, we'll never get a quality pitch to do asphalt roof shingles if we do it as a hip.
Okay.
And that you could see that side view. It's very short. It's gonna be a very short roof because the roof is so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
But we can get 3 on 12, so we can get an asphalt roof shingle warranty on it.
Okay.
Can you show the back of the house picture once again?
Yeah, you want to go back to the picture? Oh, let me switch over screens.
And I also wanted to say, I appreciate how thorough this is. I almost want to make it a template.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, it's nice to see a good solid presentation with everything covered. Thank you.
You gave us some good feedback on our last application, so we took it.
Well, good job.
Thank you.
It's a beautiful backyard.
It's gorgeous. They do a really great, Regan and Elizabeth really love their property. It's small, it's charming, but they do a great job. It looks like a haven in the backyard.
So one thing I'd suggest, just given their proclivity for awesome flowers, is while you have the walls open to pipe a water pipe back there. Otherwise,
Yep, we have all the irrigation existing in the backyard, and it happens to sit right where the screen and porch is going. So we're going to adjust it. It'll move to the side of the porch so they have accessibility. Great point.
I think it'll be a nice touch for them.
All right. Well, are there any questions or comments from the board?
No.
Okay.
No.
Any from the audience members? Amber?
No, we don't appear to have any speakers.
All right. Then could we have a motion to vote, please?
I motion.
I'll second.
Any opposed?
Nope.
No.
I assume that means no, you're not opposed.
No, I'm not opposed.
Okay, all right. Very good. Okay. All right. Very good. Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Have a good evening.
Kimberly. All right. Let's see then. Next is 131 Halsted Avenue. Is the applicant here?
Yes, I just promoted awnings and signs. If you'd like to unmute yourself and speak.
No.
I think we can't hear.
Yeah. Oh.
We see her. Can we hear her?
Can't hear you.
I can't even see her.
No, I see her, but I don't hear anything.
Oh, I see her.
How's she going to present from her phone? It's muted now.
It's muted. You can see the mute signal.
Yeah.
Hmm.
No, can't hear her.
Maybe we can share the images and she can call in.
Can she hear us?
I don't know.
She says, hi, yes, I can hear you,
Oh, right.
but she cannot hear us.
Mhm.
Well, perhaps.
Can we do that? Can we just, it's a very simple drawings, you know, it's like really two images.
It's a very simple sign. I agree with Andrew.
And she can just call in.
Yeah.
She's doing that.
Yeah.
I can share my screen.
Okay.
I'm looking at all the signs behind her.
Right.
Okay.
There you go.
Now we can't hear her yet.
To call in.
Mhm.
Hello.
Uh-huh.
Looks like she's talking to someone.
Is she?
And we have another person.
Connecting to audio.
Hello?
Hello.
Well, we still don't hear her.
Well, we heard hello.
Right. No, I said hello.
Oh, I thought she did.
Warning and signs, hit *6. Hit *6. Can you hear me? Hit *6 on your phone so that it'll unmute you.
Who are all these phone numbers?
I know one is Dennis. I thought one was her. I was trying to bring her in. Let's see.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Well,
What should we do here?
Yeah,
it seems like we're not going to be able to do this if we can't communicate.
yeah.
Is there one other project and we can pass and then she can come
Yeah,
back?
there's one other project. We can go to that and see if, in the meantime, I don't know her name. It just says awnings and signs, but if you can try to figure out how to get on in that time while we do the other one, and then we can try it then.
Mm.
Okay, I think it says I'm unmuted now.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
There you go.
yes, we can hear you now.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
Oh,
Okay.
hello.
Okay,
Tell us about your sign
Well, we need to see the sign again. So I
and
guess,
share the sign.
Yeah.
okay,
There you
Amber's
go.
sharing
All
it.
right.
Amber's sharing it. All right.
okay. It's a flat aluminum sign with plastic letters attached for the info for the Gabby Deli. And also for the part that says American and Spanish food. Very simple.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. I am familiar with the shop there. It's certainly nicer than the sign that is there now. It's a nice improvement.
Mhm.
Will the sign be the same length as the awning? It looks on the picture to be a little short, but that just might be the way it's rendered.
Yeah, it's just a picture because as you can see, it's the projection that makes it seem like it's bigger, but it's the same.
Good.
Okay.
Mhm. All right, that's fine. In terms of color, is that the base of the, is it like yellow, beige, or is
It's like an
that's it?
off-white. Yeah.
Okay. Does it have anything to do with the like the awning in terms of color, or
We were
not?
trying for that. It's exactly
Yeah.
el color. It's a bone. The name color is bone.
Oh, yeah, because it looks very yellowy here. In
Mhm.
yeah,
Against the white, right?
yeah, probably that's why she's saying that it's an off-white, and
I
it
thought
would be nice.
Yeah, I thought I read that it was khaki. Was this the
Yeah.
sign that I read
Yeah, it
was?
was khaki. Khaki was spelled in a creative way, but it was, yeah, it said khaki.
Yeah,
Right.
khaki. That's it would be like that.
Okay.
Is it the existing awning or is it a new awning?
The awning there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's there. We're not going to replace the fabric for that. I don't know if they're in the future they're planning to remove it or keep it.
Okay.
But so you're planning on replacing the fabric of the awning, and the idea is maybe to match the color with that off-white of the sign.
Well, they didn't. I think they're not right now ready to spend on doing a recover for the awning They just wanted to do the sign.
Mhm.
But if it's required, I will have to pass the information to them.
No, I don't think it's
No,
required.
It's not
Excuse me.
required. I think what we're saying is it would look nice to the
Yeah.
extent that the sign and the awning go together nicely.
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Okay. I think that fabric could have been close to what we're proposing on the sign. The reason why it's darker is because it's been there for a couple of years. But
Mhm.
once they decide to change it, it's probably going to be most likely the same.
Mhm. Okay.
Are you saying that they're going to decide to change it fairly soon?
They did not mention fairly soon, but they said they want to in the future.
Hmm.
Mhm. Okay.
Yeah, it's on the application form. It describes the colors as khaki, red, and black.
Right.
Oh, yes. Okay. Mhm.
Okay. Mhm.
So it looks yellow in the picture, but I assume that's because of limitations in the presentation.
Mhm.
The awning
Yeah.
itself looks khaki.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, well, I mean, we don't have a specified color, but you should try, it should be khaki. Okay.
Yes. Yes, the aluminum manufacturing, they actually provide me with a color chart for khaki. I can show you the
Yeah.
aluminum right here on the pic.
Oh, that would be nice to see the
Yeah.
actual.
That's actually is this color.
You have
I
to
don't know if you can
we
see
don't-
me.
Now I'm
No.
in the shared screen.
Oh. I don't know how to put my screen. Let me see.
You can stop.
Is this something I have to do? Oh,
No, I see now.
it's
Ah.
this one.
Oh.
This
No,
is
yeah.
white. This is the one that's proposed. But on the
Ah.
computer, yeah, I gave it like an RGB look.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah. That's less yellow. Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Okay, that's the
Okay.
difficulty of doing Zoom versus in person. You can't really see the actual samples.
That's the color. Yeah.
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 Okay. Well, are there any further questions from the board? Okay, are there any
Nope.
further questions or comments from the audience?
No.
Okay. May I have a motion to vote on it?
And motion?
Second? Anybody?
Andrew, you're on mute.
Yeah.
Second, that's my finger. That's
There
two.
you go.
Okay, thank you.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
Thank
I think
you.
Athena's on mute too. Any opposed? Okay. In that case, you're good, and thank you, and
Thank you. Thank you.
okay.
Have a good night, everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
You
you.
Stay safe.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Okay,
All right.
very good. And that brings us to 22 Lake Road.
Oh, yeah.
Good evening. My name is Eric Jacobson. I'm the architect for the Hirschbergs, and we're proposing to replace an aging, dilapidated wood deck in the back of the house. The deck is probably original from the house from the late 70s, 77, 78, been patched many times. So we definitely need to replace the whole thing. we're proposing to remove an existing 400 square foot elevated wood deck and replace it with a 745 square foot elevated wood deck with stairs down to grade. So because of where this project is on the mill pond, the Van Amring or Amridge Mill Pond, we had to go to the planning board twice. We went to Harbor Coastal Management Zone, and that's what we did all spring and summer and fall. And now we're before you folks. I'll also say that the deck has an existing zoning variance setback problem. Not a variance, but a zoning setback. So we're removing that setback. So we're taking about 3 feet off the back of the deck in terms of the projection towards the water. We're pulling it back so that it will meet the rear setback. So this is a zoning compliant.
Excuse me, Eric, could you just to clarify, are you saying that the new deck will not impinge on the setback the way the old one did?
That is correct, yes,
Okay,
yes.
thank you.
And hopefully you can see my screen if I'm allowed to share.
Yes, please do.
So here is, you'll see in the upper left-hand corner.
Wait, we don't see it yet.
It just says Eric Jacobson in Helvetica Medium.
Okay, let me get back to my Zoom page here. So just give me a second here. So I need to hit share screen.
Yeah.
Okay. How about now?
No, not yet.
So your name only.
All right, just give me a moment here. Maybe I have to share photos. Well, I can do this. Let me share photos of the rear of the house.
Well, we see you, but not anything from your screen.
How about that?
Now we see it.
Okay, good. So this is a picture of the existing deck that we're going to remove. And basically, we're putting up a deck with composite decking, and then we're going to have open balusters in its place. So instead of a closed wall like you see there, our plan shows open balusters. All right. No, that's not going to work. Well, I apologize for the delay. I thought I had it all set that I'd be able to share. Maybe if Amber could.
I'd like to see, it was difficult following the materials that you sent. First of all, originally there was just a rear elevation and those pictures. And then you nicely provided a plan when we asked for it, which was helpful, but there was only a plan of the new part, not the old part. So it's a little hard to see where the additional 300 feet is, and you know how it's coming back. And so it's a little hard to see what's going on. So it would be helpful if we had some stuff to look at.
Okay. Would Amber be able to help me out with views of the plans I sent in?
Sure, I can look at it.
Thank you.
Yeah. But then we still don't have plans of the existing, so I'm not sure kind of how that works.
Okay, great. So yeah, there you'll see the proposed wood deck in the outline. The dotted line in the plan shows the setback line that we're staying away from. And the existing plan, which was the survey that we supplied, just shows the layout, which it comes much more to a point. And it's 3 feet closer to the mill pond.
Okay, I don't recall seeing a survey.
So these documents were submitted quite recently. They were uploaded, I believe it was either yesterday or today. I sent out a notice that these plans were uploaded to Novus.
Right, I see the plans, but I don't see the survey,
survey.
of the existing deck.
I think I can get that for you.
Okay.
Okay. Well, I can take a picture of it with my iPad here, and I can show it that way.
Well, okay.
Just give me a moment here. I'm sorry for the confusion.
Yeah, this is a good reason why it's good to give a more complete package when you make the application. It makes it just kind of go smoother here. We don't spend a lot of time trying to figure out what's going on.
Yes. Okay, so that's what's there now. That's the survey we have, which was done earlier this year in January, which shows the existing wood deck.
Let's see.
So compared to this wood deck, which is 400 square feet, we're coming out further on the sides. We're pulling it back from the pond and we're coming out further on the side.
You're coming at it at an angle kind of
Yeah, you'll
parallel with the
it's a similar
wall.
shape. Yeah, the point at the end gets pulled back and gets stretched out. So it's actually 48 feet long. And then we have two little wings coming back on the side of the house. Maybe if Amber can show the floor plan again that I submitted.
It looks like the floor plan, is the floor plan changing as well?
Not of the house, but the plan of the deck is, yes.
I see what's happening. So you're coming off before it came from here. You went in. Okay, so you're coming out. Instead of going this way, you're going there, and on the other side, you're wrapping around to there. To where what used to, it looks like there used to be it says a flag patio on the plan. That's about kind of where you're going.
Yes, we're going over that.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're coming out from the flag patio and then going up, kind of cutting back. And
Correct, yes. Mhm.
Okay.
And then we have stairs down the grade on the left side of the property over where the walkway is.
Okay. All right. And then I think you have there, I think Amber will have to show it, but I think there is a rear elevation view.
Elevation,
The balustrade.
yeah.
So if I could, Amber, if you could show that picture.
Yes, sorry, I'm pulling that up. I was on mute.
Yeah, no problem. It's not one of these. It's one that was sent earlier. There it is. There it is.
That one, yeah.
There's also a color version of that we
Yeah.
submitted.
Yeah, that was a separate thing. It might have been, let's see, it was, I think it's labeled photos proposed rear elevation. Yes, it's labeled photos proposed rear elevation.
Yes, that's it.
So are we trying to get to the color
We're waiting for
elevation?
Amber, we're waiting for Amber to put it up. Yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh.
I did not realize you were reading that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Color elevation.
The color elevation.
They have saved it as,
Photo, it's called photos proposed rear elevation.
okay.
There it is.
Uh-huh. Okay.
You can see that? Okay, great.
Yes. Vertical cedar siding. Okay. Okay.
So if we look at this, the flag patio that we saw on the plan, Eric, is on the left of this picture, right?
Correct, yes. Mhm.
So it looks like the ground is sloping there.
Yeah, you'll see where it bumps up a little bit. On the left side, there's a patio door down below, and
Yeah.
there's a little step up. There's this little stone retaining wall that's that's there now.
I see.
So the it's going to be painted, or is that the finish of the composite deck?
No, that's just the pressure treated wood, how we simulated it.
And that seems to be the same color as other elements on the elevation. Is that true, or is that coincident in the drawing?
I think in order for it to stand out, we picked a brown color, and we want, otherwise it would have been difficult to pick up. So we picked that color as a natural wood color.
Mm-hmm. That kind of matches the window frames, or it's just or not necessarily?
No, it doesn't.
It doesn't.
Okay, so it's basically going to be a natural wood color.
Correct, yes.
Like a kind of a natural wood color that is actual wood, or a natural and turns gray eventually, or a natural?
Yes, natural pressure treated, turning its natural color. They may put like a clear semi-transparent oil stain on it.
Okay, but it's not a composite material, it's actual wood.
It's actual wood, yes. The decking is composite.
All right. All right, well, truth be told, I think at some point now that we understand what's going on, this is in the back of the house, and I think perhaps visible from across the mill pond and from people in kayaks, but in general, not visible to the neighbors, I think, right?
That is correct, yes.
Well, they have a fantastic view from that deck.
Yes, they do.
Yeah, very nice. True. Okay.
All right, well, I think we kind of see what's going on. It's a little hard to picture. It's, again, Eric, in the future, it'd be good, if we could get the whole set of drawings so we could understand how it works. And in this case, it's all in the back of the house and not so visible. And so we can kind of perhaps be, a little flexible, but it would be easier for everybody if we just had more drawings to work with when you put in the application. Okay, well, that said, anybody on the board have any questions or comments?
No.
Okay, anybody in the audience, Amber?
No comments from the audience.
Okay, there being no questions or comments, could I have a motion?
Andrew,
A motion?
unmute yourself.
Yeah, Andrew, you're flipping a switch there. All right, somebody seconded, please.
I second.
Okay, thanks, Cindy. All right, any opposed?
No?
Okay, then I guess we're good to go. Eric, all right?
Thank you very much. I appreciate
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Thank you.
Bye now.
Eric.
Bye-bye. Okay, and I think that concludes the application agenda at this point. Now, I guess, Amber, you wanted to discuss as well, or you guys wanted to discuss as well the calendar?
Yes.
Okay.
If you'd like, I can pull that up. So that is, we've updated it to reflect the first Tuesday of every month and the third Thursday of the month.
Okay.
So we have two notes, Wednesday, September 8th. We've rescheduled that to avoid a conflict with Rosh Hashanah and Labor Day holidays. So that would be Wednesday, September 8th. And then to note that December 7th, the Board of Architectural Review's regular meeting coincides with the Harbor Coastal's work session.
But that you've still kept it on this schedule.
Right, so the question, I don't know, William, if you have some additional comments there. The question is for the BAR to determine whether or not.
Amber,
Yes,
we're scheduled for the 7th and the 16th. We wouldn't have both meetings anyway, so you can just cancel the 7th.
okay,
Oh, okay.
Because we don't meet a week apart. It's just not enough time in between for us, or you don't really get too many applications either.
makes sense.
Can you go back up? Because I noticed January 25th, I think it's 28th. Thursday, February 20. No, wait a minute, January, I'm sorry,
The
January.
second column is the submission deadline, so just.
Yes, but Thursday, January should be the 28th. That's what I'm saying. It's not 25th. It's on Monday.
Oh, I see.
Mhm. And then there's
Wait a minute,
another
I'm-
instance.
Wait a minute, I'm confused. Thursday, January the
January 5th
21st.
is a Tuesday. Thursday has to
The
be
5th
the
is a
21st.
Tuesday and the 21st is a Thursday. I'm not sure I understood your question, Yvonne.
I'm saying that January 25th, by looking, it's 2021. January 25th is a Monday, not a Thursday, if you look at the calendar.
But it's
Yes,
not
but
showing.
there is no meeting scheduled for the 25th.
Submission deadline is, has an incorrect.
Okay. Got you. Okay.
So that, let's see, February 18th, it should read January 28th there.
Okay. Yeah, right. But
So it's
I got it.
it's an error.
Okay, I got it. Thanks.
So will you send that to us as soon as it's corrected?
Yes.
Thank you, Amber.
All right. some of these dates are a little close together, I guess, but I guess we'll look at those.
In April, they're close.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we can decide which one to cancel as we
Yeah,
get
when we
closer.
get up to it.
Yeah.
All right.
That's right.
Like July is close too.
Also, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Correct.
All right, but we'll deal with those on a case by case as we get to them, I guess, and see, what the load
Even
looks like.
September is close.
Yeah.
September, yeah, 8 and 16. Yeah, it's a week apart.
But didn't we say we were making an adjustment with the 8th? Or eliminating it already?
That is the adjustment.
Yeah, that was put there to make.
It's on
up
a
for-
Wednesday instead of a Tuesday.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Oh, that'll throw us for a loop doing this on a Wednesday.
No, we'll all be here zooming on Tuesday, having cocktails.
Hey, do you think we'll still be Zooming in July?
Who knows?
I don't know.
You know, I, for one, kind of
Hopefully not.
really, I miss the old days of being in our building and looking at hard copy plans and seeing finishes, and it really went much more smoothly and quickly.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. You can hold up an actual piece of khaki.
And see it.
That's right. That's right. I know.
Oh.
Okay, so I will make those updates to the calendar and circulate that.
Thank you.
And it sounds like you'd like to vote on it on that at that next iteration on the next meeting.
Well, I guess the question then becomes again is does the board need to vote? Definitely the board needs to see the updates, but does the board need to vote? Because again, the code kind of dictates the board is supposed to meet, every 2 weeks. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't think we've ever voted on the calendar before.
Mm-mm.
I think the only thing that's happened is it's been the first Tuesday, the third Thursday. And from time to time, because there have not been, and the dates have been close together and there haven't been enough submissions, it's been, one has been canceled or something like that. And we've dealt with that when we've gotten close to it. And that's been about the extent of it. So I don't know that we actually need to vote. I mean, what are we going to say?
Yeah.
As Will points out, this is the code. So
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a good
agree.
guideline to go by, just to have it there. And we know some dates might
helpful.
have to.
yeah. So the only thing we have to, I guess, agree on, but is that we moved one to a Wednesday. Another one's close
Right.
together, but I think that's pretty minor. I think we're okay with it, Amber. That can be
Yeah.
discussed.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay, I think that's all the business. Is there anything else, Will or Amber or Barbara or anybody?
I think we should vote that like in June, the meetings are live, and this way we'll have a target.
Okay, let's vote that those of us who are still here will meet live in June, and we hope that we don't have to re-vote on that.
Yeah.
Here.
Yeah, hopefully.
Okay,
Yeah.
Maybe my birthday's May 27th, so we'll make that the cutoff.
there you go.
All right.
All right, so I guess
Okay.
motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Have a good night, everyone.
Second.
All right. Thank you,
Okay.
everyone.
Bye.
Thanks,
See you
everybody.
soon.
Good
Thank you.
night.
Yes.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
And Dennis, if
Bye.
you're still here, thanks for the clarification on the fence. Bye-bye.
No worries.
Bye.
Bye-bye.